สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen. Today I'm gonna take you guys go to Vietnam. We're gonna make beautiful bánh mì. Before we see the technique, how about open the crumb and see how it look like? This is beautiful crumb for bánh mì and it tastes so good. Okay, we are making bánh mì. I'm gonna put 500 gram in here. gram, and I am going to put. I'm gonna use thyme because thyme is very active. Okay. Now this is my starter. Mix with water. Mix well. My sister want me to make something soft, yummy, sweet. So I'm gonna make her some bánh mì or little baguette or little roll bread with a little bit extra oil. Normally bánh mì with only butter, but now I'm gonna add some lard in it, so make it super moist. 1 kilogram or 1,000 gram of my bread flour. So I'm gonna mix a little bit before. Then I add sugar, salt, and this one I'm gonna add later. So gonna mix well. The dough a little bit dry. I need some more moist, so I'm gonna mix all the oil in the same time. So this is butter and lard. Make it more yummy. Just squeeze out everything. So this one gonna be nice, moist, yummy, as she like. We put on the counter. Now I'm gonna work the dough. Okay, I'm gonna work the dough and I'm gonna show you after. This is the dough after I rest for 15 minutes. I am going to knead again. This is our bánh mì dough. So the second one is a little bit easier to knead because the gluten has been relaxed. Now we're gonna rest the dough another 30 minutes. This is after 30 minutes. We're gonna work the dough a lot because I can feel that the sugar and salt still not incorporate with the dough yet. So we need to work a little bit longer for this time. After rest another 30 minutes, the dough is very nice and soft and everything has incorporated very well and the gluten has developed well too. So by this time I am gonna use what you call stretch out, or we call lamination method, right? So we're gonna stretch out as much as possible to make sure the gluten is developed, and then I just fold it out like enveloped. So and then I rolled it out into the round shape because I'm gonna put into the round container. Later on we're gonna shape from the round bowl. So this is a technique how I rotate the dough to make the dough strengthen the dough to make it nice and smooth dough before put into the round container. Now I'm gonna put the dough into the round container and let it proof for 2 hours. So the dough rise nicely. You can proof a little bit longer, but I have no time. I proof for 2 hours. This is the dough after being proofing for 2 hours. Now we're gonna shaping the banh mi. Okay, I just put the dough onto the wet counter because I don't want my dough to stick onto the counter. So before you cut the dough, you make sure that the dough is formed together nicely because we want all the banh mi shape to be the same size. I have 2 different techniques to shape banh mi. The first one is I cut the dough into the little pieces, like cut it half first, and then cut each half. I cut into quarter, and then after that each small quarter I cut into 3 parts. So I have 12 banh mi from this recipe. So this is the first technique I shape banh mi. You just take 1 pieces and then slap on the counter. So you have nice triangle shape. You can use a rolling pin to roll it. Later on I use a rolling pin, but first one I use is I use by hand. So for what you do is you just make sure all nice and flat and use your fingertips to roll them together into the nice little baguette roll. So make sure make it nice and tight. So because when you make it nice and tight, when you score you can have a little ear which is look nice, and your baguette or your banh mi will be pop up nicely. So go ahead and close the seam tight, and I use my thumb to create a little point for both sides, and then use your palm to roll toward your body, and make sure the end, which is the point, you roll it out nice and tight. So then you have a nice banh mi shape. If you not make the end nice and tight, you're gonna have like it's open when you're baking. Okay, so that is the tip. See, I wrote it many times, so I have nice pointing end like that. And then go ahead and put onto the tray with parchment paper. You can use a baguette tray. Now let me show you another one that I use the rolling pin to rotate it. All you do is you just slap on the counter like that, and make sure it's like triangle shape, and go ahead to use your rolling pin to rotate it out nice, and then you can use your fingertips to roll them again on top. Now I want you to observe my fingertips. First I use two pointer and the middle, and then when it come to a big part I use 3 fingers. So that is a tip and technique for make it nice and beautiful baguette shape. So at the end you make sure that you close the seam nicely, and you can make the point like I said. Make sure the point is very nice and tight. So when you shape or when you bake the baguette, they will not open. So go ahead and use your palm to roll it nice again to get smooth surface. Then you have beautiful banh mi shape like that. Now let's see another technique. You can cut the dough into the portion similar weight. So this time, this technique you can have every piece of your baguette or little banh mi look the same. Okay, so I just wrote it out into round shape, make the bowl, and then after that I use my palm to roll one end. It look like rectangle. So that is the tips, like a drop of water, like what we call drop shape, right? So this is a technique how to make a perfect banh mi shape. So every banh mi will have the same size and look nice. So make sure it's loaded out nice to the drop shape like that. Okay. Now after you rest the dough for 5 or 10 minutes, the dough has been relaxed a little bit. Go ahead and use a rolling pin to roll the dough out into the rectangle like we slapped on the counter before. So see, when you're gonna have like one side is pointing, the other side is like bigger than the other side. So nice rectangle shape, triangle shape. So go ahead and use your finger to rotate it again like that. Okay, so just observe my finger. I use one finger each side, 2 fingers, and then 3 fingers. So at the end, always make sure you close the seam nice and tight. Okay, people ask me how can I shape a baguette or banh mi look nice. So the key is you have to close the seam or make the point at 2 ends nice and rotate it out nice. If you rotate it out first time it not look nice, you can again use the rest the dough for 5 minutes and rotate it again. Now this is another one I show how to rotate. This gonna be look perfect for how to shape banh mi. Okay, so this is very yummy bread. I want everyone to try. You can make a little sandwich. You can eat it alone with your coffee. I add a little bit more sugar and oil because I want it to be nice and soft and delicious bread. So my sister gonna have it alone with her coffee. After shaping, almost close the end or the point nice and rotate it out nicely. So you have the perfect shape banh mi. Okay, so this is the tip from me about shaping. I am sure you all can do it. And after you put into the tray and proof for about 2 hours, now we're gonna score. Go ahead and score. You can score a little bit deep so they come up, they pop up nice. You can have a little big little ears pop up. This one I didn't score too much because I don't want the ears. So if you want the ears, you can score deeper. Okay, so go ahead and score, and then you preheat your oven at 190 and bake for about 25 minutes. I create the steam there with the tray of water. For the temperature, if you baking 2 tray like mine, make sure you increase a little bit of the temperature. And also if you have fan on, you can have a fan. I just bake with the bottom burner only, and after about 15 minutes I remove the tray of water because the volume of my baguette or my banh mi is high up a little bit already. So now I want the crunchy texture or the dough or the bread is cooked nicely. go ahead and rotate to make sure it's even baked for every of your banh mi. And this is what you get. Beautiful banh mi. Bake it nice, and I just cut it open to show you the crumb. I hope you enjoy my video, and I see you for my next creation. Thank you so much for follow me and watch my video.